Welcome to the American Fork Podcast. We're a group of friends that get together once a week and record a podcast. Right, Phil?
Yep.
Okay, good.
You are correct.
And then the listener's job is to listen, yeah?
Yep. Some people listen.
Okay, so if they're doing that, then they're doing it right.
Yes.
Okay, so with me is Phil. He's to my left. Not that that matters to anyone.
Here I am.
There he is. And then we have the sexiest ever, Trent,
Dun, dun,
is
dun,
with
dun.
us.
Oh, hey.
Welcome to the... Oh, crap. Gotta edit that. Oh, welcome to the farm, Mr. Trent. This is the Trent farm. It's also known as your house.
Yeah.
Welcome to your house.
We'll bring the goats up next week.
Yeah, they're our special guest, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I hear one of them's a microbiologist. Is that true?
The goats?
Yeah. We're going to talk to him about coronavirus next week. Okay.
They're just finishing up some labs.
All right, well, we're going to start with Mike.
I just want to say,
say it.
I'm glad Trent's here. He hasn't been on in like 20 episodes. So.
At least 20.
I'm sure all of our listeners also are like, oh, finally.
Finally.
Someone's going to say fuck
He's
every
back.
4 seconds.
There's a lot more editing when you're on here. But anyways, yeah, Jake's not here. If you haven't noticed, I'm done introducing people, and now there's no Jake. Because Jake, he's Santa Claus.
Oh.
How are they
That's
having
where
a
he's
Santa Claus party this early?
No, he's actually Santa Claus. Like,
Oh, in real life.
he has an Etsy store that maybe we should put in the link in the bio or something, but he prepares these like Christmas boxes that are personalized for the kid. And I always knew he did something like that. But Colleen, my wife, actually ordered one and got it for our son. And I looked at it. I'm like, this is what they're doing? And they're
Is it
charging
nice?
how much? No, I'm just kidding. It's cool. It's like a personalized letter from Santa to your child and like a craft thing that they can build. And anyway, I think it's actually kind of neat. And apparently they're like freaking swamped. Like they can't keep up with the orders.
Oh, really?
So that's why Jake's not here, because he's actually Santa.
Oh, he is Santa, I guess.
And Santa got a vasectomy.
Yeah, last week.
Yeah. So
That's right.
We should do the same thing for Easter and just be Jesus.
that's
Let's make a
fine.
Jesus box.
Do we sleep for 3 days and then wake up?
Oh, my God, yes. Can we?
That'd be pretty cool.
Sleep for 3 days.
Isn't that what Jesus did?
Yeah.
Or did he?
But I'm just trying to figure out how we would sleep for 3 days.
I mean, I'll figure it out. If I'm not sleeping, we could stream something.
We'll just lay in bed.
Anesthesia.
That's all he did. He had like great Netflix in that cave.
Anesthesia.
Yeah.
No, he went to heaven.
Oh.
And
He
then,
what?
And then came back down.
Is
yeah.
heaven in Idaho? Like, where do you mean he went to heaven?
No, that's Paris, Idaho.
Like this.
Well, one thing that's lacking big time with Jake not here is housekeeping. So we're on the interwebs.
Yeah, we have an internet website, AmericanForked.com.
Okay.
You can also subscribe to us on most pod tracker channel things.
We don't sound nearly as good as Jake when he does that.
Facebook, Twitter.
Can you just edit him
Amazon.
in from last week?
Yeah.
Like right now, just
Oh.
like, and Jake says
Okay, let's
it.
just take a pause.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's where I put it in, right
Thanks,
there.
Jake.
There you Thanks,
that was
Jake.
nice. Good
Thanks,
for
Jake.
calling in.
Thank you for calling in.
Yeah, but if your episode doesn't update, check the other podcatchers. It's
Yeah.
probably on something. Sometimes they don't all update because I lazily write the code in to update it. And
Oh, wait.
sometimes it's wrong.
You told us that it was hacked by Russian spies.
That too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Russian spies hacked our account, and it stopped uploading on certain ones.
Oh, yeah.
Is that Devin's new name? We're not calling him Devin anymore? I didn't even know he was Russian.
No, it was Russian spies
Oh.
from Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
All right,
that's
so
Devin.
local news. This actually isn't news at all, but I saw this and I was like, this is kind of cool. It's more like a history lesson from American Fork. So what most people refer to as Pioneer Park, which is on 3rd North and 1st East in American Fork, right? You guys know where that is?
Yeah.
Is that the one that they do the carnival at every year?
No.
Which one's Pioneer Park?
Pioneer Park is the one they used to do a bunch of meth at. I used to live across the street. It's like,
No, that's Salt Lake. This is American Fork news.
American Fork news.
It's not the park right next to the library.
300 North, 100 East.
Yeah, that would be the library.
300 North.
100
No,
East.
that's the one that's over on the 1st East, the road that goes up to the cemetery.
Uh-huh.
But like right north of the of State Street, there's
Yeah.
that like grass. It's like grass and
Okay,
there's like
across
a
from the
monument. Yeah.
Okay,
And
where
there's,
Trent
like, a
used to do
monument
drugs.
there.
Right.
It's not a park. It's grass.
Okay, well, I'm
And
going
there's
to
a
tell you
swing
why.
set.
There is a swing
Is there?
set.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Don't be a dick.
Okay.
But you know why? I didn't know this until right now, and this is why I brought this up as a story, is that it's actually named Pioneer Cemetery Park, which is located on America Fork's first cemetery. So according to the records, there are 85 pioneers and Native Americans buried there between 1850 and 1866.
Buried in the
At
park?
the park. It's not a park. It's called Pioneer Cemetery Park.
Oh, it's different
I've
than
never
Pioneer
seen
Park.
one's headstone there.
Okay, listen,
That's
people.
what the monument is, maybe.
That's what the story is. Yeah.
Oh,
the story is you thought it was a park where there's a swing set and kids were eating lollipops and stuff, but it's actually a bunch of dead people chilling.
They should have just changed the name.
To this is a cemetery, and don't walk here, maybe.
Be reverent.
Fold your arms, please.
Yes.
And
Reverence is more than just quietly sitting. Okay.
What
that makes
is
more
that?
sense, because I don't ever see people, like, playing there.
It's because it's haunted as hell.
Oh.
I've seen people have like blow up things.
Bouncy
there.
houses?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just like
Bouncing on the
a bunch
graves of a
dead
Native
corpses.
American?
This is nice.
This is messed up. So
This
as
spot
it,
bounces more than that spot.
so as it was custom at the time, cemeteries were always on the outskirts of pioneer towns, sometimes as far away as a few miles. During this time, the cemetery was used in American Fork. It had been located on the north edge of the town, so the town was kind of stopped right there, apparently, which it's like in the middle of town now, and
there-
right near Forbes Elementary.
Yeah.
Yeah, where we went to school.
Are there old historical towns in American Fork? Like houses, excuse me?
Buildings?
Yeah.
Maybe like last week, it's inside of someone else's house.
Isn't
Oh, I see.
isn't there one down by the old swimming pool? Isn't there like an old cabin down there or something? Or the library? Somewhere around one
I don't
of those.
know.
I thought there was.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I think that's just poor people.
Welcome to the podcast where you just listen to people who are like, well, I don't know.
We lived in American Fork for a combined 80 years,
Yeah.
and none of us know anything about
We
it.
didn't go
Yeah.
on that side of state, though.
Yeah, that's
American
true.
Fork starts on the other side of state.
That's true.
That's true. What is that other place now? Like Vineyard Minus?
Vineyard Plus. So yeah, that's actually a graveyard. Messed up, right, bro?
Yeah, I don't know if it's messed up. It's informative.
Like what?
Well, like now we know.
What are you gonna do with
there
that
are
information?
Dead bodies underneath there.
You brought it up. What do you want us to do with it?
Let me think. Hold on. Next time you're out trying to summon. When you're trying to
Summon?
summon semen.
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 This
Some
is
When you're
going to
trying to
trigger Tyler.
When you're when you're trying to summon a ghost and hauntings, go to that park. That's why I brought it up.
Oh, okay.
Isn't the other one supposed to be haunted?
It's-
Like legit, there's like a red light that you see? Or is that Pleasant Grove?
I think pretty much every cemetery has stories like that, but American Fork is haunted. Lehigh, I know, is pretty haunted, apparently. But yeah,
That made me want to like somehow build like lights into my headstone that like go off randomly like every 3 hours, just
Ooh.
like a flash, like a camera flash.
Can't they do like a hologram now? Where all of a sudden you're just standing
Oh
above
yeah.
your grave?
What's up, bros?
You should just record yourself now. So you're like, hey,
What are you doing over here?
I think that was the plan for Michael Jackson's show in Vegas. Like it was just going to be anything on his grave. They
That
should
would
do
be
that.
awesome.
You should do an eternal flame, Phil.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where do they get the gas for that?
they don't. It's a burning tire fire underneath the city.
Oh. They just They're like, well, for the next 200 years, you will need 3 tires.
I don't know. That's a great question. Where like Elvis, I think, has an eternal flame,
Oh, does he?
or maybe it was Martin Luther King. I don't know.
It's
what
got-
are you talking about?
Have you
gotta
ever
be-
seen these?
No.
It's a like a torch. It's just burning
What? Where and for what?
Certain graves.
for your grave, like your
So
headstone.
you can wake up and there's light? Like you're.
No, it's like for the people that come to visit it. I think like, oh look, it's a fire.
Someone's so important
Yeah,
that in 200 years, when no one knows who the fuck is in there,
that they're. That's what I wondered because like I'm like, well, after like 100 years, you're gonna have to be replacing that gas line. Like how many graves are you gonna tear up to do that?
Okay, John F. Kennedy has an eternal flame.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, I don't know how it's fueled, but I don't have blueprints here. But JFK has an eternal flame. And
can't the Amish do it? Like they have that non-plug-in heater. Is that not the same thing?
Like,
it's an ion heater.
yeah. Why doesn't someone just go? Oh, see, that looks way ghetto. I was
Oh.
imagining some kind of like.
So Phil's going on record right now saying that John F. Kennedy, the president of the United States who was murdered, His grave looks ghetto.
No, I'm backing him. That looks janky
Yeah.
as hell.
Okay.
I thought it
guys.
was going to be like Lord of the Rings, like fist coming out and
They went to
stone.
Home Depot, bought 4 bags of concrete.
Yeah.
No,
slightly mixed them.
And stuck a pipe in it.
I've played this level.
He died in the 1900s. This isn't from like 1320.
I think I've played this level. You can jump on it and push down, and it goes. Blew, blew, blew. Do, 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 do.
That's the hell level of
Do, do,
Mario.
do, do.
Yeah, that really does look. Let me see that. That looks. There's a big crack in it too. That's John F. Kennedy's grave.
Yeah. I mean, that's what the interweb says it is.
That looks
Do you
terrible.
think they put as many holes in it as were in it? Never mind. Sorry.
No, it's a magic grave. It's a magic bullet grave.
I don't think there were holes. I think
in
his
his head?
head was just gone.
That's
That
a
is
pretty big hole.
Yeah.
That is one of the gnarliest like shootings I've ever seen, though.
Yeah,
Like,
because they
it's
play it
messed
in
up.
slow mo, just like, and you can see his face just
Yeah.
completely blow off.
Yep.
Yeah, I do have this microfiche thing I need to open. It says John F. Kennedy. Anyways, yeah, apparently that's the biggest one. Nobody got that, did they? Okay, good. The microfiche thing. Apparently there's like a little piece of microfilm.
In his head?
No, that has evidence that supports like who actually shot John F. Kennedy, and it's been missing forever.
Didn't they just come out and say? Who was it that they just said, "Oh, that wasn't them" or something like that? I thought there was something on John F. Kennedy
Yeah, the details that you're giving right now really points
where
us
they
in a
were
good
like,
direction.
where they were like, "Oh, we actually don't think it was Lee Harvey Oswald. We think it was."
I don't know.
No, I don't know. But there was that other case just recently where they exonerated Malcolm X. His 2 killers
Oh,
were both just exonerated
really?
because of DNA evidence or something. But they've maintained their innocence all these years, and
And are they still in prison?
yeah, and I think they're getting out now. I think they're just getting,
I should be happy.
yeah.
I wonder what percentage of people that say they're innocent in jail factually are, because I think there's a good amount, I think, that are wrongfully prosecuted or are scapegoats or whatever.
Right.
But I'm sure there's 100 people that claim they're innocent, and probably 7 of them are really not. But
Yeah, it's interesting. Like, I wonder, because if you're guilty, it'd be hard to spend that much effort, like do all those appeals and everything. Like,
Yeah.
if you, I don't know, seems like only I'm not saying everyone who says they're innocent is, but the people who like maintain it like vigorously, and their family does, and they're like doing all these court appeals and things.
Right.
In general, I would.
What else do they have to do?
Well,
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
too.
either that or sit over there in
Yeah.
the same room they were sitting in.
next to
Right.
Bubba.
Yeah.
Phil, you have a thing called a conscience, though, and I think that's lacking in a lot of
Yeah.
people.
Well, no. Obviously,
I don't
people
know
could
that
lie.
he does.
I. That
You
might
might
be
be
right.
right. He has an inward conscience. Outward is a little sketchy.
0. Yeah.
Yeah. What does that mean?
I don't know. So okay, next
Take
to
it back,
next
then.
I take it back. We'll edit that out. Don't worry.
All right.
Most dangerous animals in Utah might surprise you. Okay, that's the name of this story.
Bull moose.
Guess what's at the top of this list? Actually, I think that. Okay, yeah,
If this list doesn't end with people as number 1, then the list is wrong.
that's true.
Yeah.
Actually, well, it did say animal. Oh, I get what you're saying. Okay, so people are animals. So this is a little surprising, but on this list, do you guys want to guess what's on this list?
There's got to be rattlesnakes,
Diamondback rattlesnake.
Okay, those are on there. Yeah,
scorpions.
Bull moose.
bull moose. Not seeing bull moose on this list.
Black bear.
Yep, black bear's on there.
Mosquitoes.
Cougar.
Mosquitoes is number 1.
Whoa.
But
I'll
it
be
kind of
going now.
It kind of surprises me from 1900 to 1990. So if I'm not a mathematician, but that's 90 years. 28 people died in Utah.
From,
What?
That seems pretty low,
From
right?
malaria?
No wonder that cemetery's not used anymore. What?
I don't know. Bees or hornets caused 11 of the fatalities in that period. But wait a second. Yeah, bees, wasps, and hornets. So they lauded them all together.
Wait,
Oh wait,
so
sorry,
not
sorry.
mosquitoes?
Sorry, no, I read the wrong one. Mosquitoes is apparently number 2.
Edit break.
Let's just start there.
Okay.
Okay. Bees, wasps, and hornets killed 28 people between 1990 and 1900. So that's not very exciting though. Like I'm sure it's from allergies and stuff, right?
Oh, that was the deadliest. Not mosquitoes.
Right. Mosquitoes is second on the list, and I'm trying to
okay.
still establish in my own mind if this is from the worst to the best, like from the most deaths to the least deaths.
Well, number one should be the number one, the most, right?
Well,
Yeah, that's
bees,
what you'd
bees
think.
makes the most sense.
Does it?
Yeah, because people have allergies.
They get stung and they're dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
But most like wild animal, people aren't out there. So,
So mosquitoes is number 2.
yeah.
West Nile virus is the main concern with that.
They delivered like a thing here in the summer saying there was some cases of West Nile
Oh, really?
What do you mean? Oh, at the house? Mm-hmm. Because you're by water?
at the horses. I
Oh,
guess
the horse.
Like, yeah, the
Sis.
horse.
Says
Sisters?
horse sister.
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
What's that?
Worcestershire.
Okay, next one's black bears.
Yeah.
Someone said black bears, which is funny because do we have grizzlies here? We do.
No, I don't.
We don't.
We haven't since like 1920.
We kicked all them out,
Yep.
evicted them.
Well, we just killed them and ate them.
It's not a grizzly.
Wore their skins upon our backs and feet.
Most
Black bears,
recently,
their stuff was always like in campsites. They're killing people at home. It's fine.
But there can't be that many. Does it say how many deaths?
This isn't per year though. This is like in history of
Right.
Utah.
this is a pretty shady article from KSL.com, meaning it doesn't really give a lot of details, but it tells some gory ass stories. You want to hear one? Yeah, you do.
Okay.
So in June 2007, a black bear ripped an 11-year-old boy from his tent he was sharing with his family in American Fork, and officials found the body nearly 400 yards from the campsite.
Yeah, and they tracked that bear and killed it.
Did they?
Yeah.
With what?
A
Killing
rifle.
weapons?
Murder weapon.
Murder weapons, good.
Yeah, that kid was had a bunch of food in his tent, and his
In his sleeping bag,
and
probably.
and his mother was drunk in the other tent.
Yeah, it's always funny.
Also,
when
the mom being drunk had nothing to do with it. If you're going
No.
to drag a kid and go running, being drunk's not going to save that. It's going to make it like more enjoyable. Finally, shitty kid is gone.
How do you edit audio again?
Oh, I'm gonna pass out.
Do you just? How do you edit this out, Phil? Can you teach me later?
Yeah, click,
Okay.
click. No, I know that because I actually know someone who knew that woman, and she's obviously had a rough go of it. The rest
She
of
just
her
started
life.
drinking from then on.
Yeah, a lot worse, as I
God.
understand.
That's
I
terrible.
mean, who wouldn't?
I wouldn't. She didn't sprinkle candy on the kid because she was drunk and go to sleep. The fat kid took it into his tent.
Yeah, it's so funny because as scouts, we had like goldfish all over us, like
But there was
yeah.
90 of us screaming.
spill. Yeah, there were a bunch of kids in a tent, but
sorry.
we were like, our leaders made no effort to like make sure we didn't have food or
I know.
anything like that.
Remember we poured syrup on you?
Yeah.
That was funny.
I'd wake up and there'd be like a spilled. I'd wake up there'd be like a spilled Dr. Pepper next to me. Like,
And one thing I do know, black bears love Dr. Pepper.
yeah. No, we made no effort growing up to like keep food away from us.
Yeah.
So, and I think that just goes to show how rare it is
Yeah,
to
it's
begin
true.
with.
We make almost no effort when we were in Yellowstone.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
The least amount of effort is what we did.
Yeah.
We did the legal amount of effort. We were more worried about the ranger coming over and finding us, but not black bears.
Right.
I came home and I watched some like grizzly bear things after that, and I was like, man, we would have been effed if we saw that thing.
That one that screamed, I was like, nope, not here for this.
Okay, so here's the advice from KSL. This article, it says, stand your ground, never back up, lie down, play dead. Don't run away or climb a tree. Bears are excellent climbers and can run up to 35 miles per hour. It's basically just saying just pretend like you're dead already.
Just pee.
And then if you die, oh well.
Yeah.
Then you're pretending correctly.
I think they actually, aren't they like more efficient at running uphill than downhill?
Yeah.
I don't
Something
know.
like that.
Yeah, because they're like short front legs make it so they can't like sprint. But they're probably
Yeah.
still running 20 downhill.
Oh, yeah.
So you better be rolling quick.
Yep.
Rolling.
Whoa, yeah. Have you seen that? I think it was a bear. There's a video. It came out like last year. A guy is mountain biking down these switchbacks.
Oh yeah.
And this bear comes bolting right down the middle of the switchbacks. And the guy finally gets into the last one and like barely gets away from it. But that thing was
Barely.
I
like,
see what you did
yeah,
there.
you see that?
he barely got away.
Barely got away.
I don't think that you even knew you were doing that.
I didn't.
Your puns are hilarious.
That's right.
Next one on the list is mountain lions, which is my personal biggest fear. If I see a mountain lion, I'm like, oh, fuck, we got to go home.
Oh, really?
I don't know why.
Well, if you see a mountain lion, it's been seeing you for a while.
I know.
They're sneaky as hell.
Yeah.
And do you remember when we went backpacking over outside Grantsville, up South Willow? We backpacked up for the night. We saw a mountain lion there, or I did. Do you remember that? Way off in the distance, but I saw it, went behind a tree, didn't see it again.
You're not thinking of Notch Lake? Did you go on that one?
Yeah, because we saw one way up on the ridge on that one.
Yeah.
No, it was just me and you.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
It's Brokeback Mountain.
Maybe I didn't see that one that you saw.
I saw it, and it freaked me out the rest of the night, and I was like, no, I think we should go home. Because it's like how exactly what Trent said. How long has it been watching you?
Yeah.
Who knows?
I just remember that I forgot my sleeping bag on
You
that
did.
trip. But it turned out to be a great night. It was really warm. So.
You slept by the fire too, I think.
Yeah. Well, I slept in a hammock, but I think I slept with my I had a hoodie
You stuffed your body
and
inside your backpack.
and I had the rain fly to my hammock.
Yeah.
I did all right.
Yeah, that was you survived.
On any other trip, virtually, I would have died. Like that would have been game over
right.
because it gets pretty cold sometimes.
It's like when Jake forgot his whole tent.
Yeah.
No, that was you.
And a working backpack.
You brought
The hammock.
you
Yeah.
brought
I
a
brought
rain
a
fly.
bomb mosquito net.
Oh,
though.
that
would've been
mosquito net
comfy.
was so awesome. We were like bragging, or Trent was like bragging about how lightweight his hammock
so
was.
small.
Weighs like 8 ounces. This is wonderful.
And it only cost me $40. Like they're doing a good job.
You open it up in Yellowstone, it's just a mosquito net. So you and Bear had to share a tent.
I actually set it up that way.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm getting in on this.
He planned
That's
it.
funny. Okay, next on the list is rattlesnakes. That's pretty obvious. You get bit, then you die, right?
Yeah.
No,
Rattlesnakes.
suck it out.
Have you guys ever come across the rattlesnake?
Uh-huh.
Where?
In the
Really, in the woods?
Near
Not-
Goblin Valley.
Southern Utah?
No, yeah, southern Utah.
Goblin Valley
Yeah.
area.
I don't think I ever have. Like in the wild.
I think I've found a couple.
We-
Small ones, like coiled up like this big.
Yeah. Were they rattling?
Yeah.
That's a good story, Phil. I saw a blow
and then I
snake once.
Stabbed it.
Did
dead.
you really?
Yeah. Well, it was like right next to our camp, and I didn't want to walk like 40 miles to
Get rid of
get
it.
rid of it. So
40 miles.
dead rattler. Unless they're endangered or something, I definitely didn't do that.
That's funny. I saw a blow snake once and swore it was a rattler, but it never rattled. So I was like, oh, probably not. You seen a blow snake before? They're intimidating because their heads are kind of fat.
Oh, yeah.
And so you look at them, you're like, oh, goodness. That looks dangerous. Next one's black widow spiders.
Yeah.
I know one person, Sid,
Yeah.
who's been on our podcast, that got bit by a black widow when she was in high school, I think.
Yeah, we need to have her on and talk about it.
Yeah.
I think Amber's mom got bit by a black widow.
Oh,
Really?
really?
And still has like some neurological stuff from it.
Yeah.
Is that the reason she's saying?
What? Yeah.
Huh?
What?
Huh?
What?
Is this thing on?
Click.
Next one's scorpions, which Phil is all about the scorpions.
Oh, yeah.
You got a scorpion light.
I've got literally like 20 of them.
Why?
Because when I go on like family reunions, I'm like, here you go, everyone. And we go out and look for scorpions. And it's a blast. It is.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What do you do when you find them?
You just look at them and go, whoa. Or on other occasions, we'll catch them, put them in a bucket.
Yeah.
And then you like look at a bucket full of like 50 scorpions.
Yeah.
And it's
That
awesome.
sounds fun.
It is. And it really is because they range from about 1 to 2 inches on average. But every once in a while, you find like a monster.
A monster,
like,
yeah.
Huge.
I think that it's a misconception, or people don't understand that scorpions are not that big.
Most of them are.
They're not like a mouse or like a rat. I mean, they're not like 8 inches long. And
No, they're like as big as like if you curl your knuckle up, like as long as the
what if I have huge
knuckle
knuckles?
to knuckle.
Are they
well,
still the same size?
Yeah, there's different size scorpions.
There's different size knuckles.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But I've recently found that the
What if a moose were to show you their knuckle? Would it be that big?
I have found a moose knuckle scorpion. I'm not even
suckered
kidding.
you in.
what?
He's just suckered you into saying that.
A moose.
Say it again.
You fell right into that trap.
He doesn't even get it.
No.
It's something sexual. Is that what you're saying?
It's not always sexual. Sometimes it's not.
Sometimes there's just a moose around.
Oh, okay.
Anyways,
Tell your story about the moose knuckle.
is that a laugh?
Yeah, because I know it's some sexual thing.
Well, distant relative to is the next one. Horses. Oh, did you want to hear that story, Trent?
I did.
You want to talk? You want Phil to talk
I
about
want him to
moose
say it
knuckle?
like 12 times now.
Okay.
Go.
Moose hoof.
Okay, we can't do it now. Pop quiz. Are you safer riding a horse or riding a motorcycle?
Horse.
If you said motorcycle, you'd be right.
Motorcycle.
Thank you. Apparently, horses are more dangerous than riding a motorcycle.
Ask Devin's dad.
Why?
Because he broke his back on a horse.
Oh, that sucks.
Like, he was almost going to die.
Yeah.
Is the back that important on your body?
Is the back.
Is it really?
Apparently,
It's
I didn't
pretty
know.
important.
Allegedly.
Oh,
That's
Well-
true. My family, my mom's family had horses. They rode horses growing up, and I never got injured. But everyone that lived out there and rode them really regularly eventually got kicked or bucked off or broke a hip or
yeah.
skull or something. So that makes sense, I guess.
It's kind of crazy. I've ridden horses 4 or 5 times my whole life, and mostly it was like with someone else on there, like when I was younger.
Yeah.
People who get hurt are like running their horse,
Yeah, jump.
or they're being a dick to it.
Yeah.
Or
Or they're breaking horses, I think is the
Right.
biggest one.
Oh, really?
Where they're like, they're like training them to
Yeah.
ride. Because the first few times they're going to throw you off and
They're not
that
cool
kind of
with
thing.
you.
Yeah.
it's like
I
dating
remember.
a Mormon girl.
Oh, can you what? We know all about that.
Hey.
So, I was severely disappointed when you go down to like southern Utah. Or, they're all over the place. You go to these horse riding things, and you pay the person like ridiculous amounts of money, and you get on a trail horse and ride with them. You literally have zero control over that horse. It's basically a train. Like it
yeah.
will only
Yeah.
follow the ass in front of it.
No matter what.
Yeah, doesn't matter what you do. You could be like, kick it on the side, pull its reins, doesn't matter. It's just like, if my nose isn't in this other horse's ass, I'm doing the wrong thing.
I went and
Something
did
like
one
that.
last summer in Heber. Super cool.
Yeah.
Like the horses, they'd like let you blaze a trail. You could
Oh,
go your
really?
own way, and like the horses would totally listen to you.
And you didn't die,
I did.
but you got better.
I did.
Oh,
The donkeys in Mexico are that way. Remember that? They just like do their thing.
the
Like,
jackasses in Mexico?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't go on that trip.
No, I didn't.
Yeah. But you just sit and enjoy the ride, and they
Yeah.
do whatever they want.
One thing I did do in Mexico that was really cool was Puerto Vallarta. Outside of Puerto Vallarta is where they filmed Predator. So that's like what it looks like in there. It's like jungle to the max. And you could ride a buggy. You could
That's where
rent
we
a
did the
buggies.
horses. Is in Puerto Vallarta.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could rent a buggy. When I say a buggy, it's like a four-wheeled vehicle. It's basically like a Razor now, but
It's
back
like a
then they didn't
dumbed-down
have them.
Razor,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, it had like I don't know. But one of the things that they would do, and I didn't do it because I was totally underage. I think I was like 15 or something when I was there. Is they will sell you a whole case. They won't sell you a single or 2 or 4 Coronas. They will sell you a whole case of Corona, and they have a slot in the back of the buggy that you can have with it.
And you
So
can drink
literally,
while
you're
you do
just
it?
drinking while you're doing it. This is
I love
when I was
Mexico.
14, 15. So however many years ago that was.
And did
20
someone get attacked by a bear?
No, but Predator did murder several humans for his collection.
Right there where they were.
So, okay, next one is dogs, which doesn't surprise me that much.
Yeah.
Dogs are pieces of shit, right, Trent?
I agree. All
Yep.
of them.
All of
Even
them.
the 3 that are in my house right now.
Yep.
3?
3.
Sarge,
And they
come on, dude.
they would kill someone.
Oh, that's right. You have 2.
They would
She has
kill
one.
someone.
Yeah, probably.
They're the best though because they would probably kill someone and not tell anyone.
Oh yeah, no,
Like they'd kill
they're
you
a homie for
they're
sure.
super
Yeah,
loyal.
they're ride or die.
Next one's cats, which don't care about cats.
Cats?
Yeah.
How does a person die
Are
from
we?
a cat?
We're not including like bobcats in this.
I don't think so. Let's see. The final dangerous animal you should know about is none other than the common house cat. Although cats are great companions, which they're not. Fuck them. Cat
Don't
owners
you
should
have
be.
a cat?
I do have cats in my house. They're not mine. I haven't liked a cat. Like I've had cats around, but I've not liked a cat for many years. They're
How do you
really
have a cat in your house that's not yours?
well. My mother-in-law lives with me.
Oh, I didn't know she
Yeah,
lived there. Okay.
Yeah. I have not liked a cat for many, many years. we've had cats like me and Colleen, but they're cool and stuff, but I don't like love them. You know what I mean? Phil hates all animals. I'm not even looking at you.
I mean, I like kittens. Cats just don't need you.
That's why it says, although cats are great companions, that's a lie from the first line. KSL, fake news.
It gives you something to do. You're just like, where'd that cat go? He's around here somewhere. And then for 2 hours, you forgot how lonely you are because you live alone and no one likes you. Yes, my one friend is in. I don't know.
There's a guy, the guy I take to get my tools repaired at. His shop's like full of cats.
Yeah.
And there's like one like right by him on a log, like meowing at him. And he's like, he wants me to pet him, but he just doesn't remember that I'm allergic.
What? You like have 20 cats in here.
Like, why do you have all these cats then?
Cats have a purpose.
Yeah.
Like, if you had a couple cats here, Trent, I'd probably love them to death. Not because of a companion, though, because they're doing their fucking job. Like, you need to make sure there's no mice in this garage.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. That's your job. Knock it off.
I
You
thought
poo
about
and pee
doing
outside.
like feeding some feral cats just to have them around, but the dogs would lose their mind.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
they'd
true.
eat those things.
So one of my favorite shows that I came across, I've only seen like 2 episodes, but it's basically when animals turn against their owners. Have you seen this show? Mm-mm. Oh my God. It just tells stories about like a cat person, right? That has like 12 cats in their house and they died.
Right.
And the cats just freaking eat the human. Like,
Yeah, but that's
they
not
don't
the
care.
cat problem. That's like, you stop feeding me.
But it's hilarious because these are supposedly your friend. Oh my God, this dog is like my bestie.
Listen,
it's like
I
this
like you a
dog
lot.
will eat your eyeballs.
If we go camping in the wintertime and you die and there's no more food,
Yeah.
I'm eating you, buddy.
That's true. I get it.
I think I'd eat a human
I would.
for
In the
survival.
right circumstances, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're like in the West Desert and I can see the 7-Eleven. I don't want to walk to it.
Are you thinking just salt, pepper, garlic, or is there like a certain rub you'd use?
Which person?
Oh.
So I feel like you need to flavor them
Well,
different.
me.
You?
Yeah.
I feel like that's going to be nice.
You're not going to need too much butter.
You've got
It's
some.
going to be a tender meat.
Yeah.
It's going to be like some good marbleization in that.
It's kind of like the Wall-E people up in space.
Oh, yeah.
They're all fat and no bone mass.
There's plenty of
Watch your mouth, Phil.
juices in that meat.
Why did you eat the Rocky Mountain oysters to start? Like, there's so many other places that you could have eaten.
Yeah, those oysters don't even produce anything.
Am I the only one not cut in our friend group now? Oh, Bear.
I think Tyler's still going.
Are you the only one? What?
Not cut.
Oh, not cut.
Yeah, we can list those on a shorter list than who is.
Yeah, you and Tyler and Bear and
Devin.
Devin.
I think Devin is, isn't he?
Or is going to be. I think.
Well, I think he should. He's having a baby soon.
I thought after this last one he was done.
I think he said so, and they might adopt.
Is he still a person?
baby girl. He is.
I texted him, he didn't answer.
Oh,
Oh, the end.
he's got a new life now in
Pennsylvania.
Baltimore.
Yeah. In the state shaped like a fat pencil.
Yeah.
All right, on to the world news.
Trent doesn't believe that Devin's alive still. That's what his
Oh.
face is.
Yeah.
He's like, what? Devin?
Okay. Well, he is,
Okay.
I think. No one knows.
Love you, Devin.
COVID. I brought this story up just because I want to hear Phil say South Africa. South Africa punished, quote unquote, for detecting a new Omicron variant of COVID-19.
South
Why are they-
Africa.
Is that from Australia? What
No, that's how they say it.
Yep.
I'm from South Africa.
He's spot on, bro.
Yeah, see?
He's not spot on.
That's exactly how they say it.
I'm going to call a guy I know from South Africa. He does not say it like that.
I have some people from South Africa.
South Africa.
How are they being punished?
I don't know. I just wanted to hear Phil say South Africa.
I know that they like stopped outward flights and inward flights from the U.S.
Yeah.
I think Europe's starting to shut down flights from there too, or to there as well.
Yeah, the foreign ministry made a statement as countries around the world restrict travel from South Africa. And that's probably why they're being punished, because like other countries are stopping flights from South Africa to their country.
Yeah. And do we know anything about the variant?
It says early evidence suggests the Omicron, which is probably the coolest. That sounds like a bad like transformer.
Yeah.
Omnicrons. right?
And it shows up, looks just like the coronavirus.
Yeah, yeah. It infects the robot and they die.
Mm-hmm.
Only
That's
the
what I
grandma
always say.
robots. The World Health Organization said on Friday that the new variant was being considered as, quote, of concern. It doesn't sound that scary to me. They should make it sound way scarier.
I think what they were scared of is vaccines didn't seem to have any effect. People vaccinated and unvaccinated were equally getting sick and dying or something.
Well, thank goodness you didn't get that vaccination, huh?
I'm so glad. Because if I had, I would still die from this Omicron
You could have worked
transformer.
more than 1 day and 3 weeks a while ago.
Yep. It was nice, though. I can't lie. Like, I almost never get sick, and I extremely rarely, like, don't work because I'm sick. And it was like, I have COVID, but I'm still going to, no. Ugh. And I just, like, laid
I'm just going to play
around.
Metroid.
Yeah. Played Super Metroid.
I think you remember it a lot better than what it was. You were saying you felt pretty bad for a while.
Well, I only felt bad for like 4 or 5 days, but then after that it was like just really tired. And like the next day, like normally when you recover from like the flu, there's a day in there somewhere where I was like, oh, I feel a ton better. But this was just like, oh, I feel a little bit better and a little bit. And that went on for like 2
Right.
more weeks until I...
You can't lie, Phil, because we documented your whole coronavirus.
It was all right
path.
on the thing. Podcast.
The podcast, yeah.
Yeah.
We had an episode called Phil Has Coronavirus, and we recorded each night over the phone. Yeah, you should go listen to it. It's pretty fun. If anyone's interested in what averagely humanoid
Yeah.
is like when he gets the coronavirus, there you go.
I am a averagely humanoid.
Yeah.
So,
But you do qualify for the... What was that treatment you got?
monoclonal antibodies.
Yep.
Yeah, I barely qualified. And the nurse was like looking at me like, yeah, a lot of people we have get this are like really old and sick.
Overweight.
And overweight.
Like
And I was
dying.
like, yeah, they said I qualified. She's like, well, you would have had to have. Kind of like saying to me like, you don't need this. But I was like, I'll get it if I qualify.
What is it? What's monocloid?
I don't know.
Monoclonal antibody treatment. It's like some fancy treatment that they give it to you in an IV when you get COVID.
And it's literally one IV, right? You
go-
didn't go back like 3 or 4 times or anything?
You go get an IV and it makes you better. And all my
So what's the line between this and just getting the vaccination?
well, the vaccination is a preventative measure. This is a postative measure.
So why
How
would
long
you
is-
take one inside of you and not the other?
That's a good point. How long has the monoclonal antibodies been around? Has it been FDA approved? Obviously it has.
I think so. I had just heard that Joe Rogan got it, and he was like,
And that's where he gets all his medical
I love
advice.
that everyone does now. Like Joe Rogan said this, and he's like the epitome of help.
he got it, and he's like, yeah, I was better in like 3 days. So I was like, oh, I'll go do that so I can get better. But then I found out, in addition to that, he also took ivermectin and like this IV infusion, like vitamin cocktail, and like all this other stuff I didn't do. But
Plus he works out.
yeah, obviously he's Joe Rogan. But
So he is you, just with a different name.
yeah.
Okay. Dr. Rogan.
But anyway, so I got that treatment. Within like 2 days, the majority of my symptoms were gone, other than the tiredness, which
Which was
Lingered.
fine because he had the new Metroid.
So if you were tired,
Exactly.
then you just had Mike's disease. Is
yeah,
what they're calling
I,
that
I
now.
pretty much felt like Mike for the next 2 weeks.
Oh. Love you, Mike.
We love you, Mike. Mike.
He's still sleeping.
That's true. All right. On to the main topic.
I didn't make it to shoot with my brothers.
I want to go turkey shooting.
Yeah,
I
we
really
should
do.
go.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Turkey
Right now.
shooting or like the
Just
Clay
clay
pigeon.
pigeons.
Yeah.
Well, when I say turkey shoot, that's remember growing up the turkey shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd play I think it was like an Olympic game where you line up with shotguns and throw a pigeon.
yeah, they call it Annie Oakley.
Yeah, it's fun.
I have an electric shooter downstairs.
What's her name?
Kylie.
Hey, Kylie.
She is electric.
Hey.
Boogie, woogie, woogie, woogie. On to the main
bing.
topic, and this is something that I think has changed in me this year. And I know Phil's story slightly that you can also share, but I don't really know where Trent sits on this. When the F do you actually start celebrating Christmas? Like, what is the right time to start doing that?
Like putting stuff out?
I don't know. Like,
What is considered celebrating?
well, yeah, I get it. Like, you're not opening presents every day, but like, okay, so we just had Thanksgiving, and I've always grown up knowing, like, wait till after Thanksgiving, then you can start, putting your decorations up, turning your lights on at night. So, like, when is it okay?
I mean, there's been a lot of neighbors around here turning their lights on, like, since Halloween.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. Like, when do you do it? What, you got a Christmas tree out front of your house?
Yep. Because I'm a baller like that.
I was just going to interject. I went to Fresh Market 3 days before Halloween, and all the Halloween stuff had already been replaced with Christmas stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Target did the same thing.
Yeah.
We went to go buy some Halloween stuff, or to see what they had. I can't remember why we went, but it was Halloween related. Oh, I think we were picking up some candy or something at Target. So we go over to the Halloween section, and it's all cleared out and condensed into 2 aisles, just like the DI, or the thrift store, where it's just like crap everywhere that's Halloween related. And you're like, it's not even Halloween yet.
Yeah.
Why are we clearing this out for Christmas? And then before Thanksgiving, well before Thanksgiving, you don't even have like there's all the lights out and the Christmas trees and everything.
Yeah.
But the reason I wanted to hear your take on it is because if your wife was here, what would she say is the right time to start celebrating for Christmas?
She would say you never stop. You do it all year long,
Yeah,
all the time.
listening to music.
It's Christmas music.
Christmas music sucks.
Okay, let's take this one at a time. When is the right time to... I understand this concept of putting up your decorations, like while the weather's good. That makes sense to me. So if you put it up in October, November, whatever, fine. But when do you start turning it on and displaying your decorations for Christmas?
The day after, not the day after, but after Thanksgiving is my limit.
Right.
Has to be post Thanksgiving.
Okay.
So usually this weekend that we are right now, I go out and we get a tree and stuff like that. Get
Real
that
tree?
going. Yeah.
You murder it.
Murder the tree. Yep.
I'll bet you what you spend on a murdered tree, Trent got a live tree. Or is it way more expensive?
It was like $250, $260.
Yeah, that was a lot more.
It's a bit more expensive.
Yeah, but I get it every year.
Yeah.
Yeah. He gets to plant it and see it all year round.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
And
And I get
he's-
a new one every single
So
year.
it's an eternal tree, pretty much.
No, not eternal.
Eternity's
No.
a thing.
Okay.
It's a nice tree. I don't think it's going to live for eternity, though.
Yeah.
Well, for your lifetime.
How long do you think I'm going to live?
Probably next year.
Not as long as a tree.
You don't know what kind of tree I got.
You
It's
don't
a
know how I'm
4-year
going to
tree.
take care of
It's
it.
a 4-year tree.
This is Kylie's mom put Christmas lights out like the week after Halloween. And this is her at 1 a.m, the view out her window.
Oh, my gosh.
What in the actual
it
F
looks
word?
like a spaceship has landed out front.
Okay,
So
for the
we're-
listener, this is a window with the blinds obviously closed.
Blackout blinds.
Yeah.
And it is glowing green as though little green or gray men are outside abducting them.
She keeps her lights on all night then. I want
Yeah,
to
she keeps them
believe.
on all night.
This is going up in the studio, by the way. Do you know what this is?
I want to believe in aliens.
Do you know what this is, Trent?
It looks like a flying saucer.
Oh my gosh.
It's a real picture.
For the listener, and someone's going to be upset like I am right now, that I've got a little poster thingy that I picked up and I'm going to hang up in our studio that says, I want to believe, and it has a UFO, like a blurry UFO on it. It's the picture that's hanging up in X-Files in Scully's office. It says, I want to believe.
Oh, yeah?
You guys don't care. I
I checked out of that story so far ago.
Yeah, you held up that picture, and I was like, let's move on, Jeff.
Right.
I wish Mike
I thought
was
this
here
was a
so
chance
bad.
to have a potty break.
I wish Mike was here and not shooting his brother. What's happening?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Anyways, okay, so Christmas trees. Oh, yeah, but yeah, that was ridiculous.
I think
That light.
decorations, like you can, right after Thanksgiving, great. Turn all that BS on.
Yeah.
But Christmas parties, the second Thanksgiving's over, let's have a bunch of those.
Yeah, that's cool. Like every weekend, because I don't want them jam-packed like the weekend before Christmas or
Right.
whatever. Let's do this the Friends one on the 2nd of December, and then the next week the work one, and then the next week the other one, and then, yeah, let's party every weekend until Christmas.
Right. Let's show up drunk as hell.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Okay, so next question would be Christmas music. Phil's wife says never stop listening to it.
Yeah, but after like our first 5 years of marriage and my near fatal meltdown psychologically, I said, can we pretty please do it only after Thanksgiving? And so she doesn't listen to it around me.
Yeah.
She'll listen to Christmas music in June.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Yep.
Why?
Because she loves it. She's like, you know my wife. She's pretty much like one of those beings that like
Oh, she's perfect.
received a body, but it's just like for a joke, pretty much. Because she's
Yeah, you're
already,
coming
like,
back anyway.
Yeah,
She's so heavenly.
yeah,
I think she's the closest thing to an elf I've ever met.
yeah,
Like a Christmas elf, full height.
like a Will Ferrell.
The
elf.
world's tallest elf.
The world's tallest midget. I mean, elf.
Yeah,
Yeah, like Will Ferrell.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's my wife.
Yep. So, Christmas music, Trent.
No,
It sounds like never.
Ever.
Not even on
In
Christmas
the store, I'll
Eve.
walk in and be like, motherfuckers are playing this right now? I hate it. Every store, I hate Christmas music. Oh, it's the worst.
Is there anyone that you like?
Nope,
None.
none. Everyone's like, what about Mariah Carey? Nope.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I would agree that most of that pop Christmas music is
pretty garbage.
Yeah, it really is.
I wonder how much money, and might be an answer that you have, like, how much money is there involved in a Christmas album? Like, Mariah Carey put out a Christmas album, did she? Or was it
Yes.
just that song?
And she crushed it.
But she's killing it, not just 1 year.
Yeah, but a bunch of
Every
people have
effing
tried.
year.
Like,
I would say, I haven't looked into this, but I would say that virtually every Christmas song ever does well, because every year they got to play. They can't just play the same two songs, so they
Yeah.
play through like the 100 Christmas songs that there are
every remix.
over and over.
Yeah, Skrillex
So,
remix.
Yeah, I even
Snoop
hear like
Dogg.
I even hear like Smashing Pumpkins.
Oh,
every
that's a
year.
great
Like,
song.
Yeah, I can't remember which one it was, but
No, that's a good song.
I can't wait for Travis Scott and Drake to make one. Like
Who-
the Death of Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
the death of Christmas.
They just had that.
We're just going to stare at you,
Oh, that's
Phil.
a real
Wait for you to
thing?
say something.
No, they just had that concert where all the like 8 people died and they didn't care. They still went to the strip club and spent like $1
Oh,
million that night.
you're talking about
Astro World.
yeah, I get it.
I am so lost right
I
now.
hear
was
this?
like the death
No.
of Christmas, but
What happened? Drake and...
There's I think it was called Astro World, but it's like Travis Scott's like festival. And he was up there and like it started. There was 70,000 people there, and
Okay.
he started to crush people. And there's like video of him up there just still watching dead bodies literally be floated to the front, and he just keeps the concert going. So he's being sued for like 70
he
million
gets
right
blamed
now.
for that. I'm not saying he shouldn't. I'm just saying that's
Yeah.
who they're placing the blame on.
Well, they're trying
not
to
the venue,
sue him. No, they're trying to sue like everyone, like
whoever they can.
Yeah,
Yeah.
One
It'd
of
be-
the big people, but I forget the name. But
that's true because I would, as far as artists go, my understanding is an artist will go through go to the venue pretty much and be like, put this concert on, or they'll go to a promoter and the promoter will have them put the concert. They just show up and all the gear's set up. They give
yeah.
it to them. Like they don't really have control of the situation.
it'd be pretty easy to be like,
Oh, I've
hey,
seen...
stop the music.
Yeah, yep.
But then at the same time, I've seen other, like Megadeth or someone. I saw a concert, their video, where it's like, you know, they'll do the thing where it's like split down the middle. This
Right.
side go over here, this guy over here. And when we hit the freaking chorus, I want you guys to try and murder the other person.
Yeah, it's called the death.
Like, and then it's literally like, and all of a sudden, like World War VII.
That sounds awesome.
They're trying to like promote like death happening, and then some Michael Travis Scott, who I thought was a skater, snowboarder, apparently he's not.
He's like known for this in his concerts, like causing
Murdering
riots
people.
essentially.
Oh, really?
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good publicity.
And see, so I would say he shoulders some blame, but there's also guys at the mix and light board that can just whoop.
Yeah,
everything off, you know?
Those dudes, now you're going to be the dude who shut that off in the middle.
yeah.
Like,
Then they would be suing you.
Right.
right.
Travis Scott would be suing your
But
butt.
if you're standing there and you're watching like literal bodies being like pulled out,
Yeah.
and you keep going, and then you leave the concert after,
Yeah.
knowing people died, and go to the strip club and spend $1 million.
You know what I heard, though, about those 8 people? They weren't vaccinated.
For crushing? There's a crushing
No,
vaccination?
for the coronavirus. That's why they died.
Oh.
Did they die from crushing, or
From
was it like,
suffocation.
it wasn't overdose or something?
No, and at the concert too, they're like security guards and stuff were getting pricked with fentanyl.
Oh my gosh.
It was a good party. People just giving away free drugs is nice.
That's crazy.
I just Googled good time in the dictionary, and I don't think that was a good time.
Why did you Google the dictionary?
I don't know.
The security guards are getting pricked with fentanyl. That's crazy.
Yeah,
That is nuts.
that is crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are your what kind of parties happen during Christmas for you, Trent? Like
It's the same party as every other year. Just
it's just an excuse.
Yeah, really.
Just everyone's wearing red and green.
ugly sweater parties is like a mandatory.
Okay.
That's about it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Phil, what kind of parties you got going on for Christmas?
I think the most Christmas party we do is like if we get together with you guys, or Crystal's family probably gets together and does something. My family isn't into partying.
No.
No.
Not even like a get together, like gift exchange.
No, we used to do that, but it was like my parents just buying, like when one of my brothers would give me a gift, it was like my parents just bought it for them to give
awesome.
to me. And I was like, I've got my own family now. Why don't we? So I kind of slit the throat of that one.
You're like, this actually isn't fun.
But I think the rest of my family gets together. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Just without you?
yeah.
You're
just
like, this
without
is
us.
nice. No Phil. I'm loving this party.
Finally, no one's
Right.
reaching over my shoulder.
No, but with little kids, especially Christmas Day, it's just nice to just be home and just not like run all over the place. Like
Yeah.
by the time we like open presents and stuff, and
There's
the
no
kids are playing with
traditions
them.
anymore.
Yeah,
Like
That's
my
not
family,
true.
it was traditional to like every Christmas Eve to go to my grandpa's.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
and every single year.
Yeah.
That was the deal
Yeah.
until he died.
You mean in your family there's no
Yeah,
traditions
but-
anymore?
Yeah, but on that too. But like, I feel like a lot of people that I know, they don't have that. Like, I don't know, this year maybe we do a party this day or that day.
Yeah.
There's not like, yeah, it's the second week. Every
Yeah.
year we do this.
Oh, yeah.
Just don't plan it.
Yeah, we'll have something with my dad, and we'll do something at their house. You know, it's never a specific thing. Oh, let me clarify. There is actually a specific thing we will do. We will go to a buffet, and my parents will pay for it, and everyone shows up because you know how it is when Trent knows more than anyone. You got like 87 people in your family or something like that. Literally,
At least, yes.
no, that's not an exaggeration. But it's the same thing with like my dad and my stepbrothers and sisters and everything. Like we put everyone in the same room, and it's like we have a conference room and like a dining room, a buffet, like Golden Corral or whatever. And that's what my parents do. They're like, let's all get together. We'll hang out and eat food and talk and whatever is cool. We'll flip the bill. It's like,
How long
cool,
can you
thanks,
stay
guys.
there?
It's usually an hour
Oh,
or more. Just chatting, hanging out. It's just fun, you know.
See, and like me on my side of the family, that's like a get together, hang
Yeah.
out for an hour, 2 hours, go home.
It's not like hang out all night.
Yeah, my wife's family, it's all night or all day or 3 days at a time. So
We're just gonna sleep here.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
So one of the things that we do is gingerbread houses a week or two before
can you say ginger
bread.
in front of me?
Ginger
Yeah, he's
It's
right
just called
there.
a house to you.
house.
Thank you.
It's a Trent house. Yeah, we do gingerbreads every year, and everyone decorates their own, and it's fun. And this year we're going to add white elephants to it, the white elephant gift exchange, because I think that's fun. But it's like Colleen's brother, mom. It's basically Colleen's family, and then my kids. You know.
Yeah,
Wouldn't that be her family?
Huh?
Isn't your kids her kids?
No.
So just
I was going to ask you this. Crystal and I were wondering. Your whole family doesn't get together for like Thanksgiving or Christmas. They do. Like for Thanksgiving, everyone was over there.
Have you ever been to the Vivint Heart Smart Home Arena?
It's one of the parents. The basement of my parents' house.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I have a brother and a sister out of town, and then a brother that never comes. But besides that, everyone was there,
But
really?
there's still 12 siblings after those 3 are removed.
rounding up to 12.
So how many people were there for Thanksgiving?
There was a lot of people missing still, like
Oh.
nieces and nephews and stuff like that.
So and Trent, just to be clear, is the youngest of 10 children.
10 Diez.
So that's a lot. So were there more than 50?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, there's probably 40 there.
Oh, okay. That's
But
not,
there's like couch space, and they put up some tables and stuff like that.
yeah, that's not too bad.
I remember-
That's roughly what my wife's family is when they all get together.
I remember going to a house to pick something up from you or drop something off to you over in like South Jordan or West Jordan or something. I can't remember. This is years ago. And I show up and it was like the whole family was there, and I look in and I'm like, oh my, nope. I could probably just come in and start eating and then no one would even know what's going on. But I just dropped off what I was doing. I was like, is this your whole family here? And you're like, yeah, pretty much. I'm like, holy hell.
Yeah,
that is a
summer
lot
times
of
are easy.
people.
But like my grandpa's house, I mean, there was probably 80 people in that house on Christmas Eve.
Wow.
Holy crap. That is
At least.
But that's cool though. Like
Yeah.
that's neat.
No, it's way better.
Yeah. No, my grandmother, her family, we go over there for Christmas sometimes, and there might be, I don't know, like 25 of us. Not that many, but it's a tiny house.
Yeah.
So it's just like everybody's standing. We all go in there for like an hour and hang
Yeah.
out and then head out.
That's funny.
It's weird going like Kylie's family's smaller.
Yeah.
So you go there like to her mom's, and it's Kylie, her sister,
like
sister,
four
and husband.
people.
It's like 6. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, this is cool.
So where's
It actually is a lot of fun, but
Yeah.
we just get shit.
It's different. It's totally different.
yeah.
We came from a broken home, both my wife and I. And so for the first 2 or 3 years we were together, every Thanksgiving and every single Christmas, it was a multi-stop thing. It
Yeah.
was like every Christmas morning we went to like 5 people's houses.
Yeah.
Because this person didn't like that person, and these two divorced in the 70s, and that person was like, whatever the situation was, there was like 4 or 5 people between the two of us that wanted to see us on Thanksgiving, and Christmas. So by the time we got to like the second Thanksgiving dinner, we're like, yeah, we're full. No, thank you. And it's like, what? You're not going to have my yams or whatever? I'm like, no, we just had 2 other Thanksgiving dinners. Anyways, we got to a point finally when we bought our own house where we're like, you know what? We live here. You want to see us? Come here. And we love you all. And it's not and nobody actually took offense to it. But it was nice after that. It was like, oh. And people do. They come over to our house and visit with us, and it's cool. If they want to, and my family knows, like my dad and stepmom are super smart. They're like, we're not going to celebrate on Easter
Right.
or on Christmas or on Thanksgiving. We're going to do it a couple weekends before when everyone can get together. Then you can do your own thing. So.
Yeah, 5 o'clock on Thanksgiving, they're mad you don't come to their time every time.
And every time you show up, you never eat their food.
Right. Yeah, there's, Kylie has 3, so 2 dads and a mom.
Yeah.
It was a weird threesome night. And I told her, I'm like, 1 party. That's it. I'm not going to 3.
Yeah.
It's just too much.
Get that 3-sided dice out.
Yeah. You
Roll.
pick 3-sided. Just throw that timber down the street.
Yeah, we used to do that all the time, but like I said, once you have little kids, it's like I'm not gonna pack all these things up and take them all over. And
Things.
yeah, the kids.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Checks out.
All right. Well, that's great. While Phil's dealing with his things, we're going to be celebrating Thanksgiving and Christmas in fashion.
Oh yeah.
Do you ever get to the point where you're like, I could have done without one of these? Like, we could have stopped early.
The children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like if you could have mixed up the order, been like, that one we didn't really need.
Yeah.
Good thing your wife doesn't listen
So
to
you
this.
have favorites for sure?
Oh no, I love them all equally.
No. Stop.
There was just a time where I was like, I'd be fine with this many, and that was after the first one.
And that was before we had kids.
And then I had another one. I was like, I'd be fine with this many.
Yeah.
And then that was the time where like after the second one, that's when I was like went to my wife and was like, I know we talked about having 8 kids, but I'm pretty sure I'm only good for 1 more.
And how bad? That's like Mike saying he's not going to church, according to your wife.
Yeah, she still has a hard time with it, but when you know you're done, you're done.
How can you look an angel in the face and say that?
Yeah, well, because I'm a devil person. So when an angel marries a devil, the devil is a dick sometimes.
All right. Well, thank you very much for listening. This has been the American Fork Podcast. Good night, good morning, whatever the hell it is.
Yep. See ya.
Bye-bye.